Go ahead.
Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Amber.
And Chris.
And Ross.
And Brandon.
And before we get started on whatever Amber's going to talk about, I want to address a thing.
Like he just doesn't know. Like Amber just went rogue or some shit.
No, I know what she's going to talk about, but nobody else does. I want to address a thing that I said on the last episode about Don Power's gay husband.
Oh my God.
Can you let it go?
I don't have it. I'm just saying.
Oh, I think you want it.
I think I agree.
It was brought to my attention that when I said something about that, everybody went, "Oh."
Yeah, I don't think you should be naming local people.
Yeah.
Some may expect an apology. I guess you're going to be waiting a fucking while because no, I am not sorry.
But nobody that matters listens to this podcast. Nobody that cares.
No, the only people that matter are the ones that listen to this podcast.
That's right, Austin and Rob and Myra and Caroline.
Yeah. You four make it happen.
It's all for you, babies. All for you.
So anyway, that was my announcement. Sorry, not sorry. Amber, it's all yours.
Are you done?
I am.
Are you done? Are you done?
We're talking about the Madeline McCann case, which was, she was it Portuguese or...
how long ago was this? She was 5 when it happened.
I think it was like Yeah.
Was that the little girl that was kidnapped while
they were at dinner?
It was a Portuguese resort 13 years ago.
Oh my God,
wow,
was it that long?
Wow.
Yeah. She would be 18 years old.
Yeah, so they were from Britain, and I think it was several groups of parents, right?
Yeah, I think that they didn't all they all vacationed. It was on maybe like a timeshare, and they all were there at the same time every year. Can you imagine not knowing what happened to your child for that long?
I can't imagine leaving my kid in the fucking hotel room while I go eat dinner.
Yeah.
Well, but it wasn't. I mean, after watching a video,
But didn't they have some older kid there with them watching them?
Think they were all young.
They were all young.
Were they?
You know, under not old enough to be like a babysitter.
The parents were taking turns
going back
to the room.
Because they could see the room from where they were.
I have some additional information about that too, because
when it all first, I was like, but then after watching the thing, they were literally. It was like if we were sitting in the backyard on your deck drinking and eating, and Mason was asleep, and I would be okay with that because you think you can see the entrances.
Right.
So I have some additional information that I learned about that. They wanted to be on the first floor because they knew that they were going to be going to eat and the kids were going to be asleep and everything.
So I'm wondering if that was did they do that every year? Maybe
I don't know, but
they first floor
or sit at the restaurant and watch.
Well, this was also a time. I guess for the last couple of years or months or something before they vacationed, crime had upped in the area.
Okay.
So, of course, they weren't aware of that.
Yeah.
But they told the people at the desk, we want a bottom room. We want it close to the restaurant because we're going to have kids sleeping. We want to keep an eye on them. The people wrote that down in the book.
So people
and they found that book was on the desk for anybody to see.
Oh my God. So any pervert that came along could have been like, oh hell.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
No. I dare say that they could probably sue the motherfuck out of that resort.
I'm thinking.
I mean, for... Well, I don't know how the laws are.
Like in the States,
I don't know how the laws are in Portugal or the European Union, but if that happened here, that place...
That was like a free candy sign, you know what I mean?
That place would need to file Chapter 11 before the end of the day.
And then I also heard that
makes me sick.
There was at least a couple of people that had seen somebody, at that night kind of lingering around and kept staring over to that apartment.
Oh, really?
Because one girl, her
shady.
grandmother used to live in the apartment above that one.
Okay.
So I guess she was just kind of looking up like, oh, I remember my days there or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she noticed this creepy guy. But they have a new suspect who is a German guy. And he used to frequent the area and live there off and on, something like that, between there and Germany. He's 43, but they haven't named him. He's a German national.
I think I remember him from that documentary.
He had a yellow and white van. They have that van and another car that they're going through looking for stuff. It's been 13 years, but who knows?
No, go ahead.
And I'm not there was something about a telephone call with this German guy that lasted a while, like an hour before she went missing. And I don't know if maybe I just missed something or they were vague about it. Like, I don't know who that was to, but they mentioned a call.
I remember that too from that documentary I watched on Netflix.
Vague about it?
I think it had. I want to say it had something to do with his mother. He lived with his mother. I do remember. I just can't remember the details.
Yeah,
they were making a big deal, like almost like.
Yeah, they made a big deal about it, but they didn't talk about it.
But then they didn't follow through on it. Yeah.
But I know the day after she went missing, he had taken that yellow and white van, and they said they don't think it was he physically took it to Germany, but he had it re-registered in Germany the next day under someone else's name.
Oh, that's not
that. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
So I think he's in custody, right? I think he is.
I think so.
What were you going to say?
What you just said. You stole my thunder.
Yeah, that's not
my thunder. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's why I said no. I'll hold on because I wanted to see if you were gonna say that part because that struck me as really, really odd. You know, a lot of things can be explained. That's not rationally explainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she disappeared in 2007.
God, I just can't believe it's been that long.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I remember watching something a while back about the parents, and there was some
hinky shit, wasn't there?
Yeah. I remember something about a doll that she always had. They had I remember what it was. They had what are the dogs that smell dead people?
Cadaver dog.
Cadaver dog that came in. He was going around the apartment, and he went to the cabinets, I think, under the sink. And so
at home or
no, in that
resort?
apartment. And they opened the cabinet doors because they stayed there for a little while.
I'm sure because they probably stayed for months.
Yeah,
you know.
And so they opened the cabinets, and it was a little doll that she had that was left behind, and he's a cadaver dog, so I would say she was dead. There was a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way that wouldn't be.
I watched that years ago.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it was called that I watched, but I'd have to refresh myself on that. But there were several really, really strange things with the parents. I thought it was them for a really long time.
They're both teachers.
I thought they were like doctors or something.
Or maybe doctors. You're right, doctors.
Yep, it's update on that.
That makes me sick.
That did not last near as long as I was hoping.
I could read through the whole thing, but that'd be boring.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
He had a 1980s VW T3 Westphalia, camper van, white and yellow.
I don't trust anybody with a camper van.
No.
I mean, that's just a general rule. It doesn't matter who it is.
What if it has free candy spray painted on the side?
Here's the other car.
Okay, so then, like on a level, on a scale of 1 to 10, that would put it at a 4.
This is another car that they were investigating. 93 Jaguar XJR6 with German number plate, seen in the area that she disappeared. Yeah, the day after Madeline went missing, the suspect got the car... it was the car re-registered in Germany under someone else's name, although it is believed the vehicle was still in Portugal.
I'd love to know the thought process behind that.
I would like to know why we can't phone in our car registration.
That's one of my most hated things.
Right?
I think that's everybody's.
That seems like that'd be a convenient fucking feature.
No, the whole sales tax on used cars.
Yeah, that annoys me.
It's kind of shitty.
I mean, how many times are we going to pay tax on the same fucking thing?
Oh, if we want to do that, we can talk about taxes because I don't agree with a lot of taxes. Like, how are you going to charge me motherfucking property tax over and over and over, year after motherfucking year, for owning the exact same thing? I've owned this house for 13 years. I've paid property tax on the same house, no improvements,
and by
13 years.
And by the way, just wait, because you'll probably have an assessor come through anytime now and raise the taxes on
I saw somebody posted on the Cabot Austin Ward fucking hoo-ha site. They were like,
hoo-ha site?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a private group.
They were like,
they took a picture.
Pictures of hoo-haws, yeah.
Took a picture of this guy, and they were like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it was that boy who was like a teenager, was home alone, and
no, he was the person I saw wasn't home alone. I don't think, but
I think this was the teen. He's like,
the kid contacted the parent. The parent.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
They were like,
okay.
He came knocking at the door. Didn't know who it was.
They had a picture of
and then he started walking around taking pictures.
Yeah, and everybody,
who is this?
Yeah, and everybody was like, no. They're that's legit. But I mean,
we wish it wasn't legit.
But I mean, at this point in time, you know, I mean, there are motherfuckers casing neighborhoods all the time. There was a motherfucking guy who I hope goes to prison for theft. They got him for theft. He had been released for theft 2 weeks ago.
And they caught him again. I saw that.
But
he had stolen a 4-wheeler 2 weeks ago, and then he stole a bike.
Did you see his tattoos? Someone said, "Oh, he ought to have a great time in prison with those." He had a like an iron eagle and a fucking swastika on his oblique area.
He gonna regret that.
Yeah, huh?
Who was this?
I don't know what his fucking name is. Something redneck, I'm sure. He didn't.
I didn't know what you were talking about because I was reading this story.
Oh, it was on the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office fucking page, and they caught this guy for stealing a motorcycle, but he had been out of jail for 2 weeks for stealing a fucking, what'd you say, an ATV or something? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, man, his punk ass needs to go to jail and stay there. So there's that. God, I fucking hate thieves.
But he might get COVID if they take him to jail.
Yeah, we gotta fucking let him. Who cares? Anyway, what else we got?
I'm shopping.
Well, that's not fucking helpful at all.
Oh, God.
So what you
But
get?
look.
While we're trying to record, you get high and shop.
You need this?
What does that
It
say?
says a please adopt, but there's another one she needs.
Does that say, "Get the fuck away from here, I'll cut you"? What does that say?
Basic witch.
Oh,
All right, I got another story out of San Antonio.
okay.
A family of 6 was found dead in an SUV in a garage at a home.
Oh, this was weird.
yeah.
On Thursday. Call began as a welfare check Thursday morning when officers were first dispatched
They
to a
didn't go
home.
in there with guns blazing. It was a welfare check.
No
Yeah,
shit.
One of the neighbors notified the police that he hadn't heard from them in a while. Upon arrival, officers entered the home and smelled heavy, noxious fumes coming from inside the residence and immediately backed out of the house. Authorities found a note containing military jargon and a cryptic message on the front door. Officers were able to interpret the note, which claimed that there would be bodies or people inside of the home. Animals were in the freezer and do not enter. Police were eventually able to enter the garage of the home Thursday evening and discovered the family of 6 dead. Husband and wife were both in their 30s, and their 4 children, ranging from 11 months old to 4 years, were all found dead in the vehicle. And there were also 2 cats in a basket in the front seat that were dead.
Damn.
The fuck?
Sounds like he's one of those family annihilators.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, what's that guy's name? Killed his pregnant wife and 2 little girls.
I try not to remember his name. You know what I heard this week that was interesting to me? Not interesting, sad and unfortunate.
Okay.
You know those, I've been seeing it a lot shared. The picture of there's a young black boy hugging a cop in the middle of a protest. He's wearing like a kind of a, not, what is it, the brown, it's not really like that brownish orangey leather that used to be popular, that kind of jacket.
Like a bomber jacket or
Sort, yeah. And anyway, people are using this picture now like it's just happened. Well, it turns out, do you remember the case, and I don't remember, it was in the last year, I think, that the 2 lesbian moms drove off of the cliff with 4 or 5 foster kids?
No, I must have missed that.
And
I don't think I
committed
remember that.
suicide.
Sounds like
Well,
they
yeah,
watched.
I assume that.
Yeah.
Sounds like they watched too much Thelma and Louise.
But that boy was one of those kids.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yes, and people are using him in like propaganda right now. It's
That's not the only ones. So, have you seen this video going around? It's this older black guy in California, and he's I believe he's got a light yellow shirt on and maybe a
He's
hat.
in the road yelling,
screaming because
crying.
people are burning down his shit. And
He's like, I'm black, This is my business.
Why are y'all doing this to me? All of this.
I don't guess I've seen that.
I've seen it.
You know when that's from?
1992.
Is that the Rodney King stuff?
That is the Rodney King riots.
Really?
And they're